This first comedian came all the way here from Pensacola, Florida. It's great to have him here. Full disclosure, he is not Jack Black from the movie Tropic Thunder. He's also not Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys. His name is Graham Clark. Give it up for him.
How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, alright. So I'm from Pensacola, and I figured I'm going to talk about myself a little bit before I say anything about Mobile, because I think that's just fair, right? As I said, my name is Graham Clark, and these days I call myself Graham Cracker Clark, because when I was a kid, when your name is Graham, that's the first thing people come up with. And it's not even remotely clever, by the way. It's like if you have red hair, people just call you Red. Like, that's a creative nickname, or Ginger, as it is these days. Like, that's not clever. Graham Cracker is like, so, I've embraced it. These days, I actually have a Graham Cracker tattoo, because I embrace the silliness. Worse than that, though, was the fact that when I was a kid, I had a speech impediment. I couldn't pronounce R's and words. And let me tell you how problematic that is, because my name is Graham Alexander Clark. I couldn't say any of my name. I couldn't pronounce myself. Like, imagine if I had that now. Like, introduce myself to a girl. Like, I don't have much going for me here. Let's be honest. Like, I don't have much in the way of personality. Being able to pronounce your name, pretty much, that'll just get you right away. I'm Gwen Clark? Like, oh, okay. So look at the time. I got things I gotta do. It's rough. And, I went to speech therapy. I can talk fine now, obviously. But my friends and family, like I had friends when I was a kid, my family would always, try to correct me. And they'd be like, I would say twuck, and they'd be like, truck. It's like, I know how words work. I know how the word's supposed to sound. Like, you'd have more problems if I didn't know that truck sounds like that. Like, oh, truck, well, right on, let's play Ridge Racer on the second Saturn. Everything's good. We're going on the Rosie. We're good. But no, it's not that easy, unfortunately. Now that I've sort of redeemed myself to you folks, I take that back. So, I'm usually on my phone with my jokes. My phone died, because I'm an irresponsible technology owner. But when you have things like that, you sort of have to, you don't make a lot of friends. So then, since I didn't have a lot of friends when I was a kid, I got into a lot of nerdy things, and I'm still into a lot of nerdy things. Like, I watch all these crazy shows, I love Star Trek and Star Wars and comic books, and Beavis and Butthead, and I still, I will just source, go through all these news sites and find all these crazy things about movies, because I love movies. And I got really excited recently because Guillermo del Toro and Charlie Kaufman are working on a Slaughterhouse-5 movie. And I realize how nerdy all of that sounds. I want you guys to keep in mind that me saying all that is exactly how it sounds when any of you ever tell me anything about sports. Like, man, the Sooners are doing really well this season. It's like, that's great. Like, they're splitting defense, man, it's kicking ass. Like, I don't know what any of that means. Like, I'm sure it means a lot, but I got nothing out of it. So whenever I go on about comic books, same deal, folks. Anyway, I'm sort of talking about myself here, so I'm going to talk about Mobile a bit. Because that's fair, it's a trade-off. I let you into my sad childhood, and then I can talk about you more. I was driving it, my girlfriend works in a movie theater, and as a result, I get a lot of perks. I get to see all these free movies and posters and shit, and I saw this movie, Red 2, recently, with Bruce Willis and all these old folks. And to prepare, I watched the first one, because I don't watch any movies blind, folks. I take this shit seriously. You people who watch movies blind, piss me off. But in the first movie, the first Red, Pensacola, where I'm from, actually comes up in the movie. And there's this old graphic where Pensacola, and there's gators and shit, and John Malkovich is living there. And Pensacola is represented in such a way that you think that Pensacola is actually Louisiana, because John Malkovich's character is living off of a swamp, and they eat lunch at this little off the road diner next to a river. John Malkovich actually like threatens like, I'll feed them to the alligators. Because John Malkovich does not have a movie where he doesn't say something creepy. And then they go visit Mobile, which in the movie, by the way, is very funnily titled Mobile. in movies and apparently GPSs, that's how it's pronounced. But Mobile is represented as like there's a nice airport and there's nice cars. It's a pretty city. Like that's bullshit. I live in Pensacola. We have 4 gay bars in Pensacola. It's a very progressive little city, and I've driven to Mobile. Every building I've been into is dirty and smelly. And for some reason, the tops of all the buildings are unfinished. Like all the skyscrapers have all this exposed metal. It's like some weird design decision. I don't like. Were you guys informed of this? Was this like a decision you guys made yourselves? And there are barricades everywhere. Like there's a parade about to go on, but I've been here for 4 hours. There's no parade. It's like that's how you're warding off crime. It's like putting bars on the windows of convenience stores. Just put the bars on the sides of the streets. No crime will come in. So, you know, hopefully it works. Speaking of Pensacola, you guys ever seen the famous naval Pensacola air crew, the Blue Angels? You guys ever seen them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys like them?
Yeah.
Here's where you're wrong. The Blue Angels are the dumbest thing in the history of military spending. Like, when I drive around Pensacola, I'll see all these stickers talking about, you know, round Air Force One, keep the Blue Angels in the air. Like, as if, you know, the president is just going to open around town. Or, like, he's just, you know, like, why don't we just keep him in a big open car? That really worked out for a couple other presidents. But ignoring that stupidity, like, the Blue Angels are a naval team. They're people in the Navy, they've gone in the military, and then they're just doing fucking loop-de-loops. Like, and then we're excited about that. It's like there's these guards of the unknown soldier. Imagine if midway through, like, walking around a garden, they would just do a fucking tap dance. Like, how silly and weird that would be. That's what the Blue Angels are. The Blue Angels are the tomb of the unknown soldier with tap dancing. Bird lips. Yeah, exactly. What? And, like, I don't, you know, it's not my fault that Pensacola has tied its economy to planes doing loop-de-loops. I don't sign that when I do my taxes. Do you want to keep funding the planes doing loop-de-loops? No. I'm going to check that box. I'm going to check that box. I'm going to check that box, like, twice. I've clearly been drinking too much, folks. Stay with me. What does that say? Okay. Speaking of Pensacola, segueing better. I'm working on my segues, folks. Stay with me. I went to this school. It was a community college because I, you know, had good grades in high school, obviously. Called Pensacola. At the time, it was called Pensacola Junior College. These days, we now offer a baccalaureate program in school, so it's a state college. I was walking from class to class, and it was freezing cold, and this dude, like, handing me a lunch, like, man, it sure is cold today. And it's like, yeah, I guess it is. It's like, well, it's better than hell. And then he just walked away, pipped away. He had a nice suit. And like the flyer was just like, you know, you're gonna go to hell because you're a terrible person. Shit like that. It's like, I wanted to be mad at him because I'm not really religious, but the fact that he was just so hip about that line, like, it's better than hell. Like, I wish I had that confidence in anything I did. If I had that much confidence, I would never have a problem getting laid. But that guy, like, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's not exactly that, because that guy probably lives in his car or something. He's been practicing that line in his rearview mirror for the last 2 hours. But that stayed with me. This was 3 years ago, so I'm still in college, by the way. This just shows you how well my education is going. But it's you know, it's one of those things that just sticks with me. So anyway, I don't have to say that for that, by the way. I'm just gonna keep going. Rolling through, because I don't want to waste you guys' time. You guys want your time wasted? No, of course you don't. I'll answer for you. So I really wish that I could, you know, come useful things. I think that was a skill I had in life. Stay with me. I realize I kind of lost you on that. Because as a man, I realize I have more advantages than most women ever. I get paid more. I typically, you know, I get treated better in society. You know, people like me more. But you know, and I don't have this crazy uterine lining shredding every month like women have. It's really unfortunate. But the one area women kind of have advantage is when a woman comes, it's like, it's nice. Like, if you wanted to, a woman could, like, you know, take her bean or whatever the proper colloquialism is in the bathroom, get back to work, no one's gonna know. A guy doesn't. Like, it's, you're busy holding, you're holding yourself with your cell on yourself. It's very meta and deep and gross all at the same time. And I just wish I could use that for something. Like, I wish I could take that and just make it help. Like, if I was broken down the side of the road, I wish I could get my gas cap on. Like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna fill you up. Like, it's the morning, I gotta get ready for school, get a shampoo bottle, like, because it's good for the hair. I've read reports. And we can solve the energy crisis. Just get all the 12, 13-year-old boys in the world, just, get them in a factory. We'll solve the gas crisis overnight, folks. It'd be great. All right, I'm going to leave you with this, because I've been talking about my dick and nonsense forever. Who the fuck cares? So, when I was a kid, my mom came from England. She immigrated here. And so I have a lot of British culture in my life. And I use that every day. Like, I'll drink tea with milk and honey, and I'll watch all these British shows. In my living room, I have 6 books about Winston Churchill. I don't have a single Harry Potter book, but 6 about Winston Churchill. Let me tell you, that dude, no crazy magical adventures with Winston Churchill. He was awesome, so I'm fucking mad at him. So all that in mind, I want you to think about something. I don't give a fuck about that goddamn royal baby. And everyone talking about it. I'm like, is it alive? Does it have any deformities? No? Cool. Well, give me some tea, I'm going to watch some Doctor Who like a real British version. Alright, thank you guys. That was great.